What's up everybody, Devansh Agarwal here, and today we are gonna discuss about positive energy. So let me ask you a question. What is it that you guys want from your life? For something delightful to happen that increases your positive energy, or something grotesque that takes away the energy? Well, definitely the former, as long as you're sane and not a psychopath. So it means it's our very basic nature to experience something bona fide in our lives. The natural human tendency is to increase their positive energy to make them better at whatever they do. You would feel more than awesome to listen to praises instead of someone belittling you or pinpointing your fly in the ointment. Everyone loves a compliment. Everyone loves love. Everyone loves encouragement instead of criticization. Everyone wants to be loved. When you achieve something, then you want people to push you forward instead of picking out your shortcomings. If people become happy in your happiness, then you feel good and relish it. If you make a mistake, then how would you like the other person to behave? Forgive you or beat you to death for the rest of your life, physically or mentally? Do you want them to forget about your mistake, or would you rather them keep reminding you and undermining you forever? So what's really happening here? We want one thing to happen, but unfortunately, it is not what we would supposedly get all the time. We want to be forgiven if we make a mistake, but now try turning the tables. Can you be 100% sure that you would have done the same? It is so simple to understand if we look at it this way. We have established the fact that we want to be loved. We want freedom. We want to be forgiven. We don't want any kind of jealousy, hatred, enviousness, or fury from anyone. Now look closely. Isn't that what everyone wants ultimately? Everyone really wants a positive and peaceful life. The day you really understand the above statement, the depth of it, not just for show, but actually from deep within, then that would mean that you have actually embarked on the spiritual journey. This basic understanding that you gotta stop doing anything and everything, right from your thought level to the physical or material level, that you wouldn't want to happen to yourself. Treat others the same way you would like to be treated yourself. If you want to be loved, first start loving yourself. If you want to be forgiven, start forgiving those who did something wrong to you, including yourself. If you want to be peaceful, stop getting into futile arguments with your loved ones. This is the real essence of positive thinking, moral science, good karma and bad karma. Once you start understanding this way of life, something really wonderful starts happening. You may have trouble adjusting in the short term, but the long term is gonna be full of sunshine and rainbows. I will give you a short example. A while back, we had some relatives at our house. Now the problem with me is I talk really straightforward instead of running around the bush. So what happened was, my relatives, they were with my parents and they were backbiting some of their other close relatives. Now as I was listening to them, I started smiling broadly in a mischievous manner, which drew everyone's attention towards me. They asked me curiously that why I was smiling. So I just asked a simple question to my parents that if our relatives are bad-mouthing some of their own close relatives in front of us, then what would they be talking about us behind our backs? And everyone got dumbstruck. Of course, I was controlling my laughter, and then that's when the whole justification process began, but who cares about that? So did you get the point? If you behave stupidly, then you can't possibly expect to be peaceful. You reap what you sow always. Some people think that if one does something bad to someone, then one day or the other it will come in a full circle to him as well. Well, it's incomplete truth, or what you may refer to as the law of karma. It doesn't take that long to happen. If you so much as think something evil about someone, then it already starts then and there, the same thing happening to you. If I start thinking bad about a relative of mine or anyone for that matter, my mind is already corrupted. Period. The mind that was peaceful a moment ago has lost its purity, starting the very second I went down this path. People came up with fascinating theories about the law of karma, where they say if you do something XYZ, then 10 years from now you will have an accident and blah blah blah. So in order to redeem yourself from the bad deed, you gotta do LMN. Well, now it's great for our children to explain such things, but I expect you all to be grown-ups. Can I? Most people keep on believing what they were told as a child, that God will become angry and he would go on a rampage and whatnot. Evidently, they may all be grown-ups physically, but mentally they still think like a kid. Just see the reality as it is, not only from your eyes, but from your mind. Understanding is the key. It's really simple. Notice the feelings you get when you think of somebody in a good way as opposed to in a bad way. God doesn't have to intervene. We ourselves, consciously or subconsciously, punish and reward ourselves. So in case some of you may be thinking that I'm not making sense, let's do a small activity. Repeat after me. Hey Supreme Intelligence, may every living being on this planet become peaceful from within. May they all become resolved from all their issues. May they all be cherished eternally. May they all heal themselves. May they all live a happy life. Now let's try this. Hey Supreme Intelligence, may every living being on this planet be at war from within. May they all be crushed like the cockroaches they are. May they all be overwhelmed with disappointment. May they all be smushed from the everlasting suffering. May they all live a miserable life. Can you notice any difference within when you say it? One would make you calm, happy and peaceful. The other would make you restless, unhappy and stressed. See, you already got the result according to what you did, and not after 10 years but right at this moment. People can't see this straight. It's no rocket science. Now what if the former kind of prayer stays with you? There is a very high probability that you would remain at peace from within. You can't say for sure that by reciting this prayer, there would actually be no suffering. The world is likely to remain the way it always was. But what you can be sure of is your peace and of your serenity. And once you attain your peace, it will spread like wildfire, as it is really powerful and infectious. And slowly and gradually, a chain reaction initiating from you will take place. Now that has the power to change the world. Not your prayer, but the peace you got from it. Where there is peace, there is happiness. Now if you go with the second prayer in any form, chances are that it will have a deteriorating effect on your mental conditions. You won't get a good night's sleep, it will affect your health and hence your relationships. So you see, everything is connected. If your mind is at peace, then at least you can think better about your financials, your health, and relationships than those who are utterly restless. And chances are very high that you actually succeed in it by taking the right kind of actions. The more you walk this path, the stronger you become from within. You can't get positive energy from negative thinking. You reap what you sow, always. Thank you very much. I'll see you next week.